The Riddler turns out to be a guy named Edward Nashton. His story is that he was an orphan, which definitely sucks, and he's especially double plus mad about it because back like 20 years ago, Thomas Wayne was running for mayor, just like in Joker, and he promised he was going to do a big fix Gotham and give everyone a pony, yes, even the orphans renewal thingy, but then he and Martha got killed, like always happens, and so that didn't happen, and also the media made a big deal out of Bruce Wayne now being an orphan, but he was also still rich, so like not really the same thing as Riddler, and the shitty orphanage he was in actually used to be Wayne Manor because they donated it, so that's like a commentary on how class resentment comes to be, you know, which is actually pretty interesting, except this is mostly in the prequel novels, or Riddler just talks about it instead of being on screen, so not really. Anyway, the reason he's the Riddler instead of just the sad man is he became a forensic accountant and found out that Thomas Wayne might have actually deserved to get shot because of corruption instead of just random bad luck. See, apparently when Thomas Wayne was running for mayor, a tabloid journalist was going to ruin his campaign by revealing that Martha Wayne had been treated in Arkham Asylum for mental issues because of, I don't know, stupid convoluted lore bullshit about her dead parents that I'm sure will turn into stupider lore bullshit about Hush or the Court of Owls or whatever in the next one. Whatever. So Thomas had saved this mob guy, played by John Turturro, from dying at some point in the past, which meant he owed him a blood debt because that was a plot point in The Long Halloween, and that's a popular Batman comic. So Thomas asked John Turturro to save Martha! But Turturro maybe killed the guy instead so he could have blackmail leverage over the Waynes when Thomas became the next mayor, which may have been what prompted a different mob guy to have the Waynes killed.
My ridiculously circuitous plan is 1/4 complete.
Thusly, Riddler concluded that his class resentment had been justified all along, i.e. if the Waynes hadn't been corrupt, they wouldn't have been killed and my life wouldn't have sucked so much. Which, along with being an actually very realistic portrayal of the socio-political acumen of guys who do internet videos exposing the elites in real life,
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay,
is why he undertakes a reign of terrorism and serial killing against everyone in both Gotham's political and law enforcement elite and its underworld connected to that whole web of cover-ups and corruption, while also masterminding a scheme by his army of internet followers to stage terrorist bombings and a mass shooting massacre to flood the city and kill the new mayor, because dagnabbit, this movie will mix as many newsworthy metaphors as it can find to make sure you know it has smart politics, but also the most up-to-date, mainstream, palatable politics, i.e., wow, there's a lot of conspicuous centrist liberals decided they like the police again ADR voiceover from Commissioner Gordon in Act 2 and 3, huh? I bet if they'd had to delay this another week, the KG Beast would have been in there again. Oh yeah, did you know that's who this random useless dude was supposed to be in Batman v Superman? Oh, also the reason Riddler has so many people to kill is that all the cops, politicians, and gangsters running Gotham City now apparently use the death of the Waynes and subsequent investigations into and cover-ups about as means to enrich themselves and work out who is in charge of the whole corrupt power structure, and Catwoman is here as John Turturro is her secret father because that's also a plot point from Long Halloween, but mostly because if she wasn't here, this would have like the least women present like any Batman movie ever